All right, so Jordan stopped by, like we promised, and he's going to answer your questions about his video part and just the questions in general.
Yeah,
and he's going to give away his brand new rookie board.
Give away
3 of them?
Three
people.
Top 3 that I like.
One Kenny 123 said, "Hey Jordan, what's up? Who was the sickest person on the fun trip? Was it sexy ass Aldrin? And who had the wickedest style,
bro?" I'd probably say I get along with Josh Hawkins the most.
Yeah.
Just because we're similar in age and I don't know. Aldrin's tight. Everyone's tight.
Captain Crunch said, "Why are there so many guest skaters?" You didn't have that many guest skaters in the party.
Those are all the flow kids that are coming up. So that's why we wanted to kind of introduce them and make them feel like they're a part of the video and kind of reward them for their hard work. And so we put in some of their best tricks. So they were stoked. And in the next video you'll see them, and a lot of them will have their own parts now. So it was kind of like an intro to all the flow kids. But
here's a good one from Phil.
Hey Phil.
And he says, "Hoff, you do some huge gaps and handrails in your part. Where or how do you get the power to commit to your tricks?"
I find it almost helps you kind of focus more, because if you're going to bail, you're going to eat shit more, So it's like, it's almost easier because you don't really have a choice to kind of half-ass a lot of stuff. So that's why I kind of like skating that stuff, because it's like you're either going to go for it or you're not.
That's Mr. B to you, son. Said, "Sick part, what was the hardest trick for you to learn?"
The hardest trick for me to learn was the big spin heel flip blunt. I don't know if it's been done before, but I haven't really seen it, and it's always kind of crazy trying stuff that you've never really seen do and other people do, so that one was definitely the hardest. It took me 4 trips, back to the same spot to land it.
CSAB said, "When you busted out that tail slide, did you know it would be your banger?"
That was a spot that I always wanted to go to growing up, and I don't know if they seen the digital video I was in, but I 50'd it about 3 or 4 years ago. And after I did that, I kind of always was like, I'm gonna go back there and get something. So I didn't know it was gonna be my banger at the time. It was just something I really wanted to do. So
D Feezy says, "What's up with the purple? You're always rocking purple beanies."
Did you grow up on Barney and stuff? I mean, I've seen Barney. I don't know. I like purple.
Eli Stein has a good question. How rad is Van Halen?
Van Halen's the sickest. That's why I pick him. Yeah,
Nice.
absolutely. I don't know. I like old, heavy rock like that. That's why I picked him. Don't sue me, Van Halen. I like you guys.
Brent said, on the Powell Fun premiere tour, what was the funnest city you went to?
Wilmington. Reggie at Eastern hooked us up in the Wilmington spot in North Carolina. And that's just like a little gem vacation spot almost. I didn't know it was gonna be that rad. But Grover, hold on. What happens when I turn the light switch to on? Can't switch it. It's just off permanently.
Just lights off.
It's just it's always hot.
Lights.
Adam Cassidy. I noticed that during your part you changed race, stance, and even age. I find this to be very innovative, going far beyond the usual gear or trick selection enhancement. What was it like being black for your part? And how about young in Spanish? Amazing. Jordan Hoffer for best multiracial
that's the best
skate.
question so far.
Yeah, that's obvious. That's getting a board right there. I watched Tropic Thunder, and
You don't even need to answer. The question's so good, you don't even have to answer.
I don't even need to answer that. That's one board right there.
For sure.
Adam Cassidy.
Andrew O'Brien, who was your favorite skater as a kid, and who had the biggest influence on your skating?
Dennis Buznitz was my favorite skater growing up, just because he skated super. It looked like he was always going for it. Tom Bender, that's that dude from Portland. I just saw this kid. How could you still commit to skate the hubba in your ender after breaking 2 boards? And wouldn't the 16 stair drop just kill your ankles after all those tries? I think because you got the momentum going forward, you're going pretty fast, so it's all just. But that did mess up my ankle pretty good after that. And that's another good question, and I like that kid, so he's gonna get another board. There's number
Tom
2
Bender's
right there.
getting one.
Tom Bender's getting one from Portland.
Dimitri said, "Hey, interesting board design. Where'd you get the idea for it?"
A friend of mine, Jim Fenton, showed me a web page for David Hasselhoff fan club page, and they had all like submissions of all these like, you know, these photos that people like photoshopped his face and stuff, and it was him, and it said on and off, and it was David Hasselhoff doing that.
Chris has a good question. How's it feel to be on Powell with an AM team that just blows a lot of companies out of the water? Do you get that feeling?
It feels good, you know, like I've been with Powell for years, so it's like a family to me. You know, they've always treated me really well. It was rad skating with a team that is committed to skating, and they were all like super sick dudes. When you're around a bunch of dudes that are that motivated, you just get super motivated, and you know, good things happen. So thanks for the question. I'm glad you liked the video, and I'm glad you speak so highly of it. I'm stoked. It gets me really stoked for sure.
And
Chris
wants to throw down.
Chris, here, we're gonna give you another board too. Great question, homie. Thank you very much.
Jules Fontenot said, before you made it in skateboarding, did your parents support you in your decision to be something in skateboarding?
Or did I make it in skateboarding? My parents were super supportive. I think, you know, that's they almost have to be. It just makes it that much easier, you know.
Brandon Mitchell said, who's the gnarliest skater on Powell?
Ben, dude. Ben Hatchell.
Yeah.
Easily Ben Hatchell, dude. You watch his part. He filmed that in 3 months.
Adam says, what size board do you ride, and do you change setups when you skate different things?
I ride an 8.5, which is pretty big. But I actually saw Chris Cole the other day, and his board's the same size as mine. 8.5 and 149s, which is basically for that board. And no, you know what? I probably should switch it up, because I do find it's a little bit heavier to flip and skate ledges. But I usually get frustrated with ledges anyway, and that's why I jump down stuff.
Sunny D's. Got any new tattoos lately?
I got Skate Pirate. Oh, that one's in dedication to Guy Mariano, another one of my favorite skaters. I was back in Vancouver, and I got drunk with my mom, and my tattoo artist called me and said he was in the office that night. So then I woke up, and I had this patch over my chest, and I thought I just got surgery, dude. And I was like, what the hell happened? And then I pulled it out, and I was like, oh, sweet. Pad. Thanks, dude.
Reggie G has a good one. Seems like you guys took a lot of hard slams while filming for fun. Who took the worst slam?
Yeah, I took the worst slams, for sure. Because here's the thing. All these guys coming up, it's like easy for them for some reason. I don't understand it. But skating's hard, man. Like, I eat shit all the time. Wolf's Bagels. Yo, J Fresh, what's your favorite trick in fun and why? Probably that piece of shit Addy Friday who stayed on my couch for 2 months. He did not the nollie pop shove in front feeble, actually. Down the rail. Okay. Tricky little son of a bitch. But, dude, I've just never seen that trick before. And to do it, you know, come out with that trick down like a, 10, 11 stair rail, it's pretty gnarly. And plus, Addy's like my little brother. I love that guy, so that was my favorite. And I'm going to also pick that as being one of my favorite questions. Another board to Wolf's Bagels.
That's it. Thanks for writing in, everybody.
Bye.